a human deep space station on the edge of known space. Humans and many alien species live together. One alien woman stands out. She always wears a smooth silver mask. No one has ever seen her face. Not even once. Not even by accident. A human man named Ethan, simple, relatable name. He works as a maintenance officer/engineer. Quiet, observant kind. He notices things others ignore. The alien woman. Never eats in public. Never removes the mask. Never sleeps in shared quarters. Some say her face can kill. Some say her species was cursed. Some say humans would go insane if they saw her. Ethan does not believe the rumors. He notices she always stands near humans, not aliens. Welcome to my channel Starlight Sci-Fi Stories. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. No one on the Orion Drift Station remembered the first day she arrived. That alone was strange. Ships came and went every week. New faces appeared all the time. Humans, aliens, traders, workers, soldiers. Yet somehow, when people tried to think back, no one could say exactly when the masked woman became part of the station. It was as if she had always been there. She walked the halls quietly. She spoke only when needed. And she never, ever removed her mask. The mask was smooth and silver, shaped to fit her face perfectly. No cracks, no marks, no signs of age. It reflected the station lights like calm water. No one could see her eyes. No one could see her mouth. No one could see her. At first, people were curious. Then they were uneasy. Then they were afraid. Rumors spread quickly in a place like Orion Drift. Some said her species had faces so terrifying that seeing them caused madness. Some said her breath was poison. Some said she was hiding terrible scars from an ancient war. Others whispered something worse. They said her face could kill. So people kept their distance. People except one. His name was Ethan Hale. Ethan was human, born on Earth, raised in orbital stations. He worked maintenance, low rank, long hours, dirty hands, the kind of job that kept the station alive but never earned attention. Ethan liked it that way. He noticed the masked woman during his third rotation shift. She stood near a damaged power conduit, watching as engineers argued loudly about repairs. She did not interrupt. She did not complain. She simply waited. Ethan saw how still she was. Not stiff. Not nervous. Just calm. When the others left in frustration, Ethan stayed behind to finish the work. As he tightened the final bolt, he felt eyes on him. He looked up. The masked woman was still there. Power flow is stable now, Ethan said, wiping sweat from his forehead. Should hold. She nodded slowly. Thank you, Ethan Hale, she said. Her voice surprised him. It was soft, clear, not metallic or strange, almost gentle. You know my name? He asked. Yes. That was all she said. Then she turned and walked away. From that moment on, Ethan began to notice her everywhere. She worked in research labs, but never stayed long. She accessed restricted systems with high clearance. She avoided crowded areas. She always chose paths where humans were present. Aliens noticed this too. They did not like it. She doesn't trust her own kind, one trader muttered. She hides something, another said. Ethan heard these things, but he did not repeat them. Instead, he watched. He noticed how she always stood a little farther from alien groups. How her posture relaxed slightly near humans. How she spoke more often to them, even if only a few words. Once, during a shared work break, Ethan saw her sitting alone in the observation ring. Stars stretched endlessly beyond the glass. He hesitated, then approached. Mind if I sit? He asked. She paused, then nodded. They sat in silence. Minutes passed. "You never eat in public," Ethan said gently. "I do not," she replied. "Medical reason?" "No." "Personal?" "Yes." He nodded. "Fair enough." Another pause. "Why humans?" Ethan asked. She turned her masked face toward him. "What do you mean?" "You stay near us," he said. "You choose our sections, our halls." Her fingers tightened slightly. "Humans do not look away," she said quietly. Ethan frowned. "From what?" She did not answer. Instead, she stood up. "Be careful tonight, Ethan Hale," she said. "The station systems are unstable." Then she left. That night the lights flickered. Alarms screamed through the station. Power failed across multiple sectors. Ethan was already on shift when emergency protocols activated, doors sealed, bulkheads locked, backup power struggled to engage. "Maintenance teams respond immediately," the system announced. "Oxygen levels unstable in Sector C." Sector C. Ethan's heart tightened. He was already there. The corridor lights went dark as he ran. Emergency panels glowed red. His comm crackled with broken messages. Then the blast door slammed shut behind him. "Wait," Ethan shouted. Too late. The corridor sealed completely. Ethan checked his wrist display. Oxygen, 34 minutes remaining. "Great," he muttered. He moved quickly, checking panels, searching for a manual override. The system was damaged. Power was dead. He opened his comm. "Maintenance to control. I'm trapped in C-17. Only static answered. The air felt heavier already. Minutes passed. Ethan forced himself to breathe slowly. Then he heard footsteps. Soft, measured. A shape appeared at the end of the corridor, illuminated by flickering emergency light. The masked woman. Relief washed over him. "Hey," Ethan called, "over here." She approached faster now. "You should not be here," she said. "Door sealed on me," Ethan replied. "Any chance you can override it?" She looked at the door panel. Then she froze. Ethan saw it. The hesitation. The panel required biometric facial scan. Not voice. Not code. Face. Her hands trembled. "There is a problem," she said. "Oxygen, 21 minutes remaining." "What kind of problem?" Ethan asked. She looked at him. Really looked at him. "No one is allowed to see my face," she said. Ethan blinked. "Station law." "No." "Your people." "Yes." The alarm tone changed. Oxygen, 17 minutes. Ethan swallowed. "If you can open the door," he said slowly, "do it." "You do not understand," she replied. "If you see me, you cannot unsee me." "I've seen worse," Ethan said, trying to smile. She did not return it. "Other species panic," she said. "They scream, they attack, some die from fear." Ethan stepped closer. "But humans do?" he asked. Her voice dropped to a whisper. "No human ever has." Oxygen, 12 minutes. The station groaned around them. Ethan met her gaze through the mask. "I trust you," he said. Silence filled the corridor. Slowly, her hands rose to the sides of the silver mask. Her fingers paused at the seal. "This moment," she said, voice shaking, "will change everything." Ethan nodded. "I'm ready." The alarms faded into the background. Her hands began to pull the mask away. The silver mask came loose with a soft sound. Not a click. Not a snap. Just a quiet release, like a breath being let go after years of holding it in. Ethan did not move. He did not step back. He did not raise his hands. He did not turn away. The masked woman stood perfectly still, as she slowly pulled the mask forward and down. For the first time in years, her face was exposed to another living being. The emergency lights flickered. Red light washed across her skin. Ethan looked, and nothing terrible happened. Her face was not monstrous. It was not twisted. It was not horrifying. It was honest. Her skin was pale, almost glowing under the red light. Fine lines ran across her cheeks, not from age but from emotion. Her eyes were large and dark, deeper than space itself. They reflected everything she felt without hiding anything. Fear, hope, sadness, relief. All of it was there, open and unguarded. Ethan felt his chest tighten. Not from fear, from understanding. "You look," he began, then stopped. She waited, trembling. "You look real," Ethan said softly. Her breath caught. For a long moment, neither of them spoke. The alarm beeped again. Oxygen, 9 minutes remaining. She turned quickly back to the door panel and pressed her exposed face to the scanner. The system responded immediately. Access granted. The blast door hissed open. Fresh air rushed into the corridor. Ethan gasped as oxygen flooded his lungs. He leaned against the wall, breathing hard. She stepped back and quickly lifted the mask, sealing it over her face once more. When Ethan looked up again, the silver surface was back in place. The moment was over. Or so it seemed. Medical teams arrived minutes later. The crisis passed. Power stabilized. Systems came back online. To the station, it was just another emergency. But for Ethan, everything had changed. They did not speak about it right away. Days passed. Then weeks. Life on Orion Drift returned to normal. But Ethan noticed small things. The masked woman no longer avoided him. She stood closer when they spoke. She lingered instead of leaving quickly. One day, she asked him to walk with her through the observation ring again. The stars were quiet beyond the glass. "You did not react," she said. "Should I have?" Ethan replied. "Others always do," she said. "They scream, they freeze, some attack without thinking." Ethan frowned. "Why?" "Because my species cannot hide emotion," she said. "Our faces show everything. Fear spreads from us like fire." "And humans?" he asked. "Humans feel it," she said, "but you do not lose yourselves to it." Ethan thought about that. "We deal with fear every day," he said. "We're not special." She turned to him. "That is exactly why you are." She told him her name then. Sayla. She told him about her people. They were called the Velori. Long ago, the Velori were respected across the galaxy. They were diplomats, counselors, peacekeepers. Species trusted them because they could not lie with their faces. But trust turned into fear. Other species realized that looking at a Velori meant seeing their own emotions reflected back at them. Guilt, anger, shame. They did not like what they saw. So they declared the Velori dangerous. Slowly, quietly, the Velori were pushed out of society. Some were imprisoned. Some were erased from records. The rest learned to hide. Sayla wore the mask not to protect others, but to survive. "I hid among humans because you were the only ones who did not panic," she said. "Your minds bend, but they do not break." Ethan listened in silence. He felt anger rise inside him. "They did this to you because they were afraid," he said. "Yes," Sayla replied. "Fear rules the galaxy more than any empire." The truth did not stay secret for long. High Command noticed unusual biometric activity during the emergency. Logs were reviewed. Questions were asked. Sayla was summoned. So was Ethan. They stood before a council of mixed species. Tall figures, cold eyes, sharp voices. "Remove the mask," one of them ordered. Sayla's hand shook. "No," she said. Ethan stepped forward. "She is under human protection," he said. The chamber went silent. "Humans do not have that authority," the council replied. Ethan met their gaze. "We do now." They forced Sayla to remove the mask anyway. The room erupted. Several council members recoiled. One collapsed, another screamed and fled. Guards raised weapons. But the humans did not move. They stood. They watched. They breathed. They did not attack. They did not panic. They did not look away. Data flooded the system. Heart rates, brain activity, stress levels. Human responses remained stable. The council was stunned. "You are immune," one whispered. "No," Ethan said. "We're just used to facing what hurts." The decision changed history. The Velori were no longer classified as a threat. They were reclassified as protected. Humans were named their official liaisons. Across the galaxy, a new truth spread. Humans were the ones who could look without fear. Sayla removed her mask for the last time on Orion Drift Station. She stood beside Ethan in the open hall. People watched. Some from a distance. Some with curiosity. Some with respect. She did not hide anymore. She smiled. And the galaxy felt a little less afraid. And